If you are relocating to Boise, Idaho, watch this. Everyone told you Boise was the move. Affordable, outdoorsy, lower taxes, growing fast. And now you're actually doing it. You're packing up, searching Zillow at midnight and thinking, okay, where do I actually land? Here's what nobody warned you about Boise. Boise is not one market. It's 4 completely different decisions wearing the same Idaho zip code. And the choice you make in the next few months will either set you up beautifully or cost you years of equity and daily frustration. This video is for you if you're relocating to the Boise Metro, you want to buy smart, and you don't want to figure this out by trial and error after you've already signed on the dotted line. Welcome back. I'm Barb Dopp, a local real estate expert right here in Boise, Idaho. This channel is where I break down the Boise metro market in a way that actually is useful. Not just headlines, but the real nuance that helps you make smarter decisions. Today I'm walking you through the full relocation picture for 2026. What the market is doing, what each part of the metro actually feels like to live in, and the mistakes I see relocators make that you can completely avoid. If you find this helpful, hit the subscribe button because I drop new Boise market content every single week. The market isn't broken, it's just honest. Let's start with market reality because I want you walking in with clear eyes. According to Redfin, the Boise Metro median home price in early 2026 sits around $435,000, down from the 2022 peak of over $550,000. That correction happened, it was real, and for buyers coming from California, Washington, or the Northeast, that number still looks like a deal. But here's what matters. We are not in free fall. We're in a rational, stabilizing market. According to the National Association of Realtors, Boise continues to rank among the top metros nationally for net in-migration. The U.S. Census Bureau confirms Ada County added over 20,000 new residents in the last 2 years alone. That demand floor is real. According to Zillow research, homes are sitting on average of about 30 to 45 days before going under contract, which means buyers now have negotiating room that simply did not exist 3 years ago. This is a buyer-friendlier window, and smart relocators are taking full advantage of it. Now that you understand the market, let's talk about where you actually land, because this is where most people get it wrong. City energy without city chaos. Boise Proper, specifically the North End and the downtown core, is what people who want walkability, character, and a neighborhood with a fully formed identity. The North End is mature, tree-lined, and close to Hyde Park, one of the best commercial strips in the city. According to local MLS data, single-family homes there routinely sell between $500,000 and $750,000, depending on size and location. Inventory stays tight because people who buy in the North End simply don't leave. If you're coming from a city and you want that urban adjacent feel with a real neighborhood, this is your answer. The trade-off is price and older housing stock, which means potential renovation costs need to factor into your budget from day one. The one that's winning every argument right now. If Boise Proper is about character, Meridian is about infrastructure. And right now, Meridian is winning the practicality argument for a lot of relocators, especially families. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, Meridian is one of the fastest growing cities in the entire country, and it has been for several consecutive years. According to Redfin, Meridian's median sits around 420,000, but you are typically getting more square footage and newer finishes for that price than you would in Boise Proper. West Ada School District consistently earns strong ratings, and for families relocating from high-cost metros who want great schools and newer homes, Meridian delivers that at a level that is genuinely hard to argue with. The honest trade-off is a more traditionally suburban feel. Big box retail, longer drives for dining, and neighborhoods still finding their character. So we've covered the market conditions, Boise Proper and Meridian. Here's what I want you sitting with right now. The biggest mistake relocators make is treating this like one decision when it's really a lifestyle decision first and a real estate decision second. Where you land shapes your commute, your community, your kids' schools, and your equity story. We still have Eagle and Nampa to cover, plus the one thing that changes everything for most buyers. Stay with me. And if you want to go even deeper before you book a flight to tour homes, I put together a free Boise relocation guide covering the best neighborhoods, school ratings, and lifestyle breakdowns for the entire metro. The link is in the description below. Eagle, where the people who did their research end up. Eagle sits just northwest of Boise. It's smaller and it has a genuine small town feel with a walkable downtown core that surprises almost every relocator who visits. According to local MLS data, Eagle's median price runs between $480,000 and $550,000 for a single family home. You're paying for lower density, proximity to the foothills, and a community that actively invests in itself. Strong parks, a great events calendar, and some of the best outdoor access in the metro. If you want a 20-minute drive to a trailhead and a Friday farmers market, Eagle checks both boxes. The honest consideration is commute. If your daily life centers on downtown Boise, Eagle adds real distance, and that's worth pricing honestly before you fall in love with a specific listing. The budget play that actually has legs. Nampa sits in Canyon County, about 20 miles west of Boise, and it carries the lowest price point in the metro. According to Redfin, Nampa's median is currently around $340,000 to $360,000. For buyers working with a tighter budget or who want maximum square footage and are comfortable with a commute, Nampa is a legitimate option. What has changed recently is the investment. A revitalized downtown with local restaurants and breweries, new retail corridors, and according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment growth in the Canyon County that signals Nampa is building its own economic identity, not just serving as a bedroom community. The caveat, Interstate 84 during peak hours is real, and some neighborhoods require more due diligence than others. But if your goal is to build equity in the Boise metro from a smarter entry point, Nampa deserves a serious look. The thing nobody tells you until after you've already moved. Here's what ties everything together, and this is the part I really want you to hear. Every relocator comes in with a price per square foot mindset from where they left, and that comparison feels great at first. But the relocators who do their best are the ones who stop comparing and start asking a different question. What does the life I want to build actually require? Because each part of this metro is genuinely excellent for a different kind of person. The North End buyer wants walkability and character. The Meridian buyer wants top schools and new construction. The Eagle buyer wants outdoor access and small town community. The Nampa buyer wants to build equity from a smarter starting point. According to Freddie Mac's housing research, markets like Boise that experience rapid growth followed by a measured correction tend to show more stable, long-term appreciation than markets that never corrected. The cooling from the 2022 peak is a healthy signal for long-term buyers, not a warning. Treating this metro as one giant coin flip is the mistake. It's a series of specific decisions, and the right one depends entirely on how you want your daily life to feel. The Boise Metro in 2026 is a stabilizing, still growing market with real opportunity for relocators who come in informed. Median price ranges from around $340,000 in Nampa to $550,000 and beyond in Eagle, with Boise Proper and Meridian sitting in between, each delivering a genuinely different lifestyle. In-migration continues to drive demand. Inventory is loosened enough to give buyers real negotiating room, and the long-term fundamentals here remain strong. The work you do right now, understanding each submarket and getting clear on your priorities, is exactly what separates the relocators who love their decision 3 years later from the ones who don't. If you're relocating to the Boise Metro and want to talk through the specific situation you're in, reach out to me directly through the link below. Let's have a real conversation about where you're coming from and which part of this market actually fits your life. Before you go, grab my free Boise relocation guide in the description. It covers neighborhoods, school ratings, commute maps, and everything you need before you even step foot on a plane. And watch my next video right here where I break down the Boise market month by month so you know exactly what to expect before you make an offer. I'll see you there.